Hello and welcome to Fifth and Grace. This video is just some updates to my channel, how I'll be doing things going forward, and maybe a little explanation of why. So I started my channel years ago just as a place to put videos of my workshops and training videos. So when people would sign up, say, for my pendulum workshop, which you can still grab. All of my workshops are still available. All the replays are there. So the recordings are there. You can grab them, watch them anytime. But I would just pop them there so that there was a way for people to watch the replays without them being public. So there's lots of unlisted videos there. There's also hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos that are public. There's meditations, there's, TED Talk style videos, and of course, lots of tarot readings, themed tarot readings for every month, plus pop culture topics, Harry and Meghan and all of that. So when I started my channel, the intention was that it would get monetized. And also, parallel to that, the intention was that this would be promoting my business and that people would go from watching videos here to booking tarot readings and coaching sessions with me. So none of that has happened. And it's a little frustrating for sure. In order for me to be monetized here, like so many other people who do exactly the same thing I do and have tens of thousands of subscribers, thousands of comments, everything else, in order for me to be monetized, I need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So the frustration there as a content creator is that we literally have to beg strangers to subscribe to us and stay subscribed in order for us to eventually become monetized and make money doing what we do. I think there's a lot of people who don't create content but have YouTube accounts who don't quite understand that. Like there's a big knowledge gap between someone who doesn't create content and someone who does. So I think that, when you're watching videos, any content creator, doesn't matter what they're talking about, what they're doing, they're going to say, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. And there's a reason for that, is we need the subscribers in order to be monetized. It costs nothing to subscribe. It costs nothing to like. It costs nothing to comment. It costs nothing to share. But when you do that, it helps the creator out. And that's sort of, it's not sort of, it just is an energetic exchange. So I scratch your back, you scratch my back. So I'm just not getting the kind of traction that I guess I hoped I would get. And it's frustrating and it's sad. I struggle with it. I struggle to maintain the motivation to keep doing this, and I struggle to maintain an upbeat, cheery attitude about it, because the thing that you don't see is how often I get comments that are so nasty, they're attacks, and I have to delete them. You don't see them because I immediately delete them so that they're not here, that energy isn't here on my channel. If I had 1,000 comments on a post and 5 of them were nasty attacks, I'd be like, whatever. When I can post 10 videos and maybe get one actual real comment, but every single one of those videos is getting 5 to 10 nasty comments that I'm constantly having to delete, that doesn't feel great. There's no balance, right? There's nothing for me to say, yeah, whatever. It's like there's always going to be that one person. No, it's like so many. And the nice comments are not outnumbering or drowning out the nasty ones. So this is, and I'm only saying this so that if you're not a creator, you maybe just have an understanding of what creators do go through and the kinds of things that we're dealing with and sort of the emotions behind the content we create and our channels. So that's why I'm always like, please leave a comment and just let me know you were here. I don't know why people won't comment. I get occasional comments, but I don't know why people won't talk to me. And it's across the board. Like I know I used to have Instagram, no one would talk to me there. Facebook, no one talks to me. I don't get it. I see people who get hundreds of comments talking about the exact same thing I'm talking about. And I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't know. Maybe someone can tell me why, because maybe that would help me understand what I need to change, because I don't know who I need to be to get that kind of engagement. So one of the things that I've noticed in the last couple weeks is the number of people, and it's sort of ramped up, which is kind of interesting, that all of a sudden it went from like, a little bit to suddenly almost every day. People seeing that I've read on one topic and then they want me to expand on that topic and do more. I do more and more and more. Like somebody asked me to read on Mike Myers. And I'm like, okay, well, if you want a reading on Mike Myers, book a session with me, right? Like that seems reasonable, because I don't care about Mike Myers. I don't know what else we could learn about him besides he's on the Diddy list, apparently. And so you can fill in the blanks there. Oh, and he's best buddies with Mark Carney. So you can fill in all the blanks there for yourself. I don't know, like what else, what do I need to know? So when people say, will you read on Mike Myers? What's your question? What do you want to know about Mike Myers? So that's a little bit interesting to me, that this is all of a sudden I'm getting all of these people wanting me to read about the same topic that I've just covered, or they're wanting to know other stuff. So in the past, when somebody has said, would you read on XYZ? And I have, the person who asked for it doesn't even come and say thank you or comment or ask question, anything else. Like I did, I'm like, why did I read on this when you're not even going to show up to engage with it? So, because the thing is, I do readings on topics that I'm interested in or that I care about. If you come to me and you want me to read on something you care about, then we need to start talking about energetic exchanges, because again, if I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine. So going forward, if you are asking, requesting, some people demand readings. Actually, this is an interesting one. The last little while I've been getting emails from people saying, oh my God, I've got a great idea for you. And I'm like, oh yeah. And then I keep reading and they want me to do a personal reading for them, but they're giving me permission to put that reading on my channel so that I get content. They're giving me the opportunity to create content. And I'm like, I don't need your opportunity to create content. I've got a list of bajillion readings to do, just of my own ideas. So I don't need an awful lot of help with content, but when people are requesting content, like say the person who asked for a reading on Mike Myers. Well, first of all, if you want a reading on Mike Myers, you got to come up with a question. Like, what do you want to know about him? And going forward, when I get those kinds of messages or comments, you'll be given the link to my tip jar, which is always in every single one of my videos. Just the links are there. The link to my Facebook, the link to my Patreon, my Etsy, my tip jar, everything is all right there. There's even a freebie there for you. And there's an ebook. I read 12 of the most popular books on self-development and spirituality, and I've got all my academic notes. I think it's like 36, 37 pages long. And you can consume, one chapter is about 2 pages. So you can consume that while you're in the line picking up your kids, while you're waiting for the kettle to boil, and while you're pooping, you know what I mean? Like, this is not a huge commitment to get all of the best information out of all of these books. So those links are all in every single one of my video descriptions, including the tip jar. So if you come to me and I say I've done a reading on, I did a reading on the election, or I did a conversation on the election, and then people started messaging me and emailing me asking me to do readings on the election. Well, to that I say, here's the link to my tip jar. Fill it, and then the cards will start playing along. So I think that's a fair exchange at this point. That may change in the future. I may change that if suddenly everybody is liking and subscribing and commenting and sharing and booking sessions with me and doing all the things. Send me your friends. And I've like right now I've got gift certificates. I always have gift certificates, but it's Mother's Day coming up. Buy a gift certificate for your mom, right? Order yourself a gift certificate and give your husband the bill, stuff like that. So there's always these things available. So if suddenly things change and everything starts going the way I hoped it would, then I might drop that policy. But going forward now, that's the policy. That if you're like, can you please read on Mike Myers? Here's the link to my tip jar. Include the question in the message. Easy peasy. So that will probably motivate people to come back and actually watch the reading and then leave a comment and say things like, thank you, because we're Canadian. We're supposed to be polite, right? So the other thing that I'm thinking about doing, I've gone live a couple times. It's never really gone very well. You know, there's always that feeling of like, I can't even give this away. Like, this is like, I don't know why this is so hard. I've hired experts to tell me what to do. And they're like, we don't know what's going on. I went to a tarot academy and all of my classmates, and we are highly trained, internationally accredited by one of the top tarot readers in the world. And like, this guy is friends with Uri Geller, you know? So yeah, all my classmates, they can't keep up with the demand. They're run off their feet. One of them gets flown around the world to read for people. They're just rushed off their feet. They can't keep up. And they're struggling. They've got wait lists, everything else. They're just hoping that people will hang on while they, keep working through their list. And I've even had them look at my marketing, look at my, everything that I'm doing to see, like, can you figure out what is so repulsive? And they're like, we don't know why you're not getting clients either, right? And I'm like, yeah, like, I don't get it. Now, in some areas, I do get clients, but this is not working. So they're like, we can't figure out. I've had all kinds of people looking. I've hired experts to do my thumbnails. I've hired experts to write the descriptions and the titles. I've done everything that I'm supposed to do, and I don't know why it's repelling my dreams and goals here. So anyway, not a sob story, just reality of it all. So one thing I want to do is try going live again. I have always set my lives that you have to be subscribed. Again, I'll scratch your back, you scratch my back. If you want me to pull a card for you on a live call, like on a live YouTube live stream, the only thing I ask is just be subscribed. And I always let people know well in advance what time I'm going live, that you must subscribe if you want to take part in the conversation, free card pulls, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to try one more time. And if I get the nasty comments that I got the last time, then I will not be doing it ever again. You will pay for these live calls. So it'll be a certain amount of money per card or whatever. I might even just switch it over to Zoom, that you'll get a Zoom link and then everybody jumps on and everybody gets a reading. So that I'm going to try one more time. So yeah, I did get the last time I went live, I sat here for 15-20 minutes. Not a single person came on. And then I got a nasty message from somebody saying how pissed off they were that I didn't actually leave the live call up, the live stream up so they could watch it. And I was like, it was me sitting here trying not to cry. Like, why would I leave that up? Like a call where I did nothing, where I just sat here like, is anybody going to show up? Like, can't really pull cards for thin air, So yeah, and I'm not saying that for any other reason than to just be like, if I go live and I don't leave the video up, it's because nobody showed up and nothing happened. But if you're going to send me nasty messages about how disappointed you are in me and shame on you, but like, I don't want to hear it. It's not fair. It's not fair. And so that's why I'm like, maybe if you pay for it, you might appreciate it. So that's where we're going now. I'm going to go live one more time and see how that goes. And if we get a good response, then I'll, keep it going. If not, then I'm just not going to bother anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's a waste of my time to sit here in a, basically in the void in the void, being like, and if you say, well, I was there, no, when you're live on YouTube, it actually shows you how many people are watching, and that number stayed 0, and then it went up to 1, and then that went back down to 0, and so yeah, believe me, you're not going to convince me that lots of people were sitting there when YouTube's telling me no one's sitting there. So there we have it. All in good spirit. No, I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad. I feel bad enough. Like, I don't want anyone to feel bad. And we'll see what happens. But yeah, going forward, if you say, can you, like say I did a reading on Virginia Giuffre, and then somebody started asking for more. Well, I don't necessarily want to read on Virginia Giuffre again. So if you want me to, then you can fill my tip jar. It's that simple. That's sort of the new policy here at Fifth and Grace. And, go friend me on Facebook. That link is in the description as well. You can visit my website. There's all kinds of things there. So don't be shy. Leave a comment. Let me know you were here. If you are nasty, it'll just be deleted and you'll be blocked from the channel. It's that simple. Like there's no room in my life for it. At the same time, don't worry. There's nothing that you could say to me that I don't say to myself. And if you think you can be mean to me and feel good about yourself, don't worry. I'm mean to me all day long. So don't worry. Like save your breath, save your fingers. You can't out-mean me when it comes to me. So there we have it. Thank you so much. Don't forget to click subscribe, please. Leave a comment, let me know you were here. Click like, because that helps YouTube know to push my channel out to other people. And you can even share any of my videos. If you've got, if you've commented on a video, why don't you share it on your Facebook and say, hey, go watch this. This is kind of interesting. And of course, as ever, have a magical day.